Hello, this is Teresa speaking from AS for Apps, and in this video I'll explain you how to set up an A/B test for any digital product. Let's see how. So what is A/B testing? A/B testing or split testing is the process or the way to find out which of your elements from your site, or in this case from your mobile app, performs better. This means we tackle down conversion. How? From our total page views, we try to split our audience into, for example, 50% into two different elements, one with a ribbon, one without a ribbon, to find out which one turns better into our conversion target. In this case, from our page views, which ones turn down with higher number of installs. In the case, the second options without a ribbon works better and has a 40% conversion uplift compared to the version with a ribbon. This means we should implement this last element. But let's see how we do this in a real case scenario when we have a mobile application and we have to set up this test in our Google Play console. Okay, let's go now for a practical example with our Android app. We go to the Google Play console and select Store Listing Experiments. Here, in this section, we will be able to set up for free A/B testing or split testing. Let's go ahead. Here we just have to select a experiment name. Let's see, screens with ribbon or without ribbon. Let's see, we'll test it in the US. Let's see, it's the first test we are doing in this sense. We have two options, one with the usual store listings, but as I customize a specific store listing for the US, we will take the US version. Next, you have to select your target conversion metric. In this case, we will select retain first-time installers, but in both cases, we can choose the best one that fits for us. We will leave it as retain first-time installers as our target metric. Variants, we have up to 3 variants we can create. This means we can test up to 3 elements at the same time and select the experiment audience. It all depends on the percentage you want to allocate, depending on how conservative you want to be with this test. If you are testing radical changes, I would recommend to have a lower audience allocation so your conversion doesn't slow down. The minimal detectable effect as well as your confidence level will all depend on your audience size. The bigger your audience size is, the better confidence level you can ask for. Same how the lower minimum detectable effect you can ask in the test. And select the kind of element we want to test. We can test several elements, but we can choose only one element asset at a time. We will just uploading all of our images here we want to test, and that's it. Let's run it and see how it goes. Finally, you can see the results from your current tests on an ongoing basis and decide whether it makes sense to apply your changes or not. In this case, we won't be applying any changes as the variant is very similar to our current asset. But this logic is very similar with any other A/B testing tool such as Optimizely or VWO for websites or product page optimization for iOS apps. So go ahead and try it yourself. Feel free to reach us out in case you have any questions. We are happy to help.